So just make yourself nice and comfortable on your mat. And so just settle in. Take a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you settle in and allow yourself to release onto your mat. Just letting go of what came before this moment, what will come after. Just settling into this present moment, allowing yourself to relax on the mat, feeling completely supported, letting go of any cares or concerns you may have, and just focusing on the breath, just turning to the breath now, just watching the breath as you inhale, feel cool air moving through your nasal passages, into your throat, into your belly, maybe even you feel it in your chest. And then on your exhale, allow the air to just move out, just watching, being an observer, watching the gentle movement of air on the inhale and on the exhale. Consider coming to your home base that we've often spoken about, perhaps counting on the inhale and exhale. Perhaps saying to yourself, I inhale, I exhale. Perhaps saying so, hum, remember that. Or simply watching the rise and fall of your chest and belly. Sometimes just placing a hand on your heart center allows you to really tune in to the rise and fall. So just focusing on whatever resonates with you, whatever will help you be an observer of the breath. And if your mind begins to wander and you start thinking about something, just notice that you're doing that and return again to your breath. So that muscle that helps you concentrate gets stronger when you return again to the breath. So we notice that we're thinking without judgment. We just notice it, and then we bring ourselves back to our breath and just know that your concentration muscle is getting stronger each time you do that. So we'll begin as we always do by floating our arms up overhead, stretching out through our fingertips, down through our body and out through our toes. And take a moment here to just notice how your body is feeling as we begin. Notice if there's any tightness or any achiness any place, and just make note of it without judgment again. We're just being an observer, gathering information. So our focus this morning is going to be on relieving anxiety and tension through our breath. So we often, focus on our breath during our practice. So that will be our focus today, to just know that we have the breath within us to help us relax and be calmer. So just getting used to using the breath since it's always there. Okay, stretching out again through our fingertips. So bring a little bit of tension to the arms and down through the body and out through the toes. Bring some tension.
Really stretch out, elongating your body, and hold it. So hold that tension. Hold it, really stretching out. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then release. Allow the arms and the legs and the back body to be heavy. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth again. On the exhale, sink into your mat. Now making fists this time, even bringing tension to your facial muscles, flexing your feet, and really squeezing the fists together, really making some tight fists, holding, really flexing the feet, bringing tension to the entire body, holding, holding, holding the tension, even squeezing the glutes and the abdomen, holding, holding, holding. One more time, holding, and then release. And allow the arms and legs and back body to be heavy. Notice if your facial muscles are relaxed, if your shoulders are heavy, if the legs feel heavy. Just melting into your mat, releasing any stress, any tension, any anxiety, allowing the earth to absorb it. You don't need it. Floating the arms down by your sides, bending your legs, placing the soles of your feet on the mat, walking your heels up close to your bottom. We'll just come into a flowy bridge. So we'll inhale our hips up, inhale our arms up overhead, resting our knuckles on the mat, pushing into the mat with the soles of our feet, and then exhaling, floating the arms and the hips back down. Inhaling the hips up, inhaling the arms up, pressing into the mat with our feet to get a little lift, but we're still being gentle here. Exhaling back down with the arms and with the hips. And one more time, inhaling the hips and arms up towards the sky. Rest the knuckles on the mat above your head. And then exhale. Bring the palms back to the mat. Bring the hips down to the mat. Lift your feet off the mat and bring your knees in towards your chest. And inhale, push your knees away from you. Exhale, squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Inhale your knees away. Exhale your knees towards your chest. Squeeze them in towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale, squeeze towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale, squeeze towards your chest. Bring the soles of your feet down to your mat now. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind your head. Your elbows are out wide and your feet are about hip width apart. And we're simply going to engage our core. So bring your belly button in and up. So really feel that engagement. And then on an inhale, lift your head and shoulders up straight towards the ceiling and release back down to the mat. So exhale and then inhale down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And we'll just continue with that. Just focus on the breath as you do this, and also remember to really squeeze your abs when you come up. You can feel those muscles working, creating a little bit of heat. And only do as many as is comfortable for you. And when we finally come down, you can float your arms up over your head. You can also bring your knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side. And as you're ready, you can send the right leg out long and draw the left knee in towards your chest, and then clasp it behind your left thigh. So interlace your fingers if you'd like. Clasp behind your left thigh and send that left leg up towards the sky. So the sole of your foot is pressing into the ceiling. And so on our exhales, we'll draw our leg a little closer to our nose. Just drawing it towards our face, I guess. Relax your shoulders, relax your facial muscles, press into the back of your right leg. And then take your left thigh, the back of your left thigh, with your left hand and allow your left leg to move out wide so that it's moving towards the earth. And you can just support it with your left hand. You can even allow the leg to come all the way to the ground, to the earth, if you'd like. And just take a couple of gentle inhales and exhales here. And then use your left hand to guide your left leg up towards the sky again. Take the thigh, your left thigh, with your right hand and allow your leg to come across your body. So if you had a strap, this is the time that you would use your strap, but I know most of you probably don't have a strap. But we're good doing it this way. And then inhale the left leg up towards the sky and float it down to the earth. And just notice how the left leg feels compared to the right. It may feel a little bit longer. And then we're going to bring the right knee in towards our chest, interlace our fingers behind the right thigh and send the right leg up towards the sky so the sole of the foot is pressing on the sky. And just use your breath to draw the right thigh a little bit closer on your exhale without tugging or pulling. Take your right thigh with your right hand and allow your right hand to guide the right leg down towards the earth and allow it to rest or come to stillness wherever it's most comfortable for you. And just, you can use that right hand to guide the leg up a little bit towards your shoulder. Just move it up a little to get a little bit of stretch. And then inhale the leg back up to center. Change hands, so take the back of your thigh with your left hand and allow the leg to come across your body. Keep the breath flowing. Relax the shoulders, relax the facial muscles and jaw. Inhale the leg back up to center, guide it back up, and then send the leg down to the earth. We're going to stretch through our fingertips and our toes again. So float your arms up overhead and stretch through your fingertips. Notice how you feel this time. Stretch through your toes. Do you feel just a little bit longer? A little bit more free of tension? And then float your arms back down by your sides. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Make some circles on the ceiling with your kneecaps. First go one way, then go the other way. See if you can make nice loose circles so that your shoulders are relaxed, your knees, your hips,
your face, everything is nice and loose. Just massaging your back. Go one way and then reverse direction, go the other way. And then as you're ready, you can bring yourself to stillness. Bring your hands behind your thighs and begin to rock to and fro. Lift your head off the mat and then see if you can rock up and perhaps stop, pause, and boat. And then come down as you're ready and bring yourself to Sukhasana. So sitting up nice and tall, rock back and forth on your sit bones and drop your chin to your chest and just take some nice head and neck rolls. Nice and mindfully, just noticing again how your neck feels, how your shoulders feel. You can go one way for 3 or 4 rotations and then reverse direction as you're ready. Pausing any place that needs extra attention and maybe moving the head back and forth in that spot. And then you can bring your head to neutral or to center, and we'll just bring our shoulders up, back, and around. Nice, loose, big circles with our shoulders, and reverse direction. Maybe even squeezing the shoulder blades together. Placing your hands on your shoulders. Inhale and bring your elbows to kiss in front of you. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Inhale, shoulder blades kiss. Elbows kiss. And then shoulder blades. Squeeze. One more time. And then back to squeeze. Bring your shoulders up and around again. And then reverse. And then we'll take one arm across the front of our body and just press that arm back using our forearm. So we're just getting a stretch in the back of our shoulder, the back of our arm. And then reverse. Just pull that arm back. And release. And we'll come to Marichyasana. So we'll send our legs out long. You know, Dandasana, right? Stick pose, so sit up nice and tall. And we're going to take our right leg, bend our knee, and then take the foot on the opposite side of the left leg. Hold onto our knee with the opposite arm. So we're going to take our left arm around our right knee, send our fingertips out in front of us, our right fingertips, and slowly follow our fingertips all the way around so that we're looking out over our back shoulder. Bring our right fingertips next to our right hip. You can point the fingertips towards the hip if you'd like, if it's comfortable, and look out over your right shoulder. We're squeezing that left knee in towards our chest, keeping our breath flowing. So notice what your breath is doing. Sometimes we tend to hold our breath, but we want to allow the breath to help us release tension and be calm and move with ease. So our breath can help us in many ways. And then exhale and return to center. Uncross that foot, send the right leg out long, bend the left leg, bring it in towards your chest, lift your left foot and bring it to the outside of your right leg. Sit up nice and tall, a nice tall spine. We're going to squeeze our knee in towards our chest using the opposite arm, right? So the right arm squeezes the left knee. Extend your left fingertips out in front of you, sit up nice and tall, and then slowly watch your fingertips as you move them around, so that they're facing behind you, and then bring them next to the left hip. Sit up nice and tall, gaze out over your left shoulder. So this will bring flexibility to the neck and shoulders and spine. We're getting a little stretch through our hips. Keep the breath flowing. And then release back to center. Send the legs out in front of you. Flex your feet and sit in Dandasana. So take the palms of your hands and bring them next to your hips, just gently pressing into the earth. Sit up nice and tall. Your chin is parallel to the earth. Legs are active, so we're flexing our feet. I can feel the tension in the legs, the strength in the legs. And then release. Making your way to table. So come gracefully around and come into table. Spread your fingers wide on your mat. And we're going to come into a nice, easy, flowy cat. So we'll push away from our mat as we exhale and round our back. Sit down on our heels, drop our elbows, and then come forward, tracing the mat with our nose, not touching the mat with our nose, but just that motion. Inhale as you look forward, spread through your collarbones. Exhale and round your back, push the floor away from you. Sit down onto your heels, feel the stretch down the sides of your rib cage. Drop your elbows. Inhale as you come forward again. Heart center forward. Exhale, round your back, push away from the floor. Sit back on your heels. Drop your elbows. Inhale as you come forward. Gazing forward or gazing up. And then coming to neutral. We're going to come down onto our bellies now. And we'll rest our forehead down on the mat. Frame our face with our hands. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Elbows are in towards the body. And on an inhale, we'll press into the tops of our feet and into our pubic bone for Sphinx. And we'll do a little flow here. So we inhaled up, we'll exhale down, forehead to mat. Inhale up with forehead, head and shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale, press into the mat with the tops of your feet and the pubic bone. Exhale down. Slide your hands back so that they're underneath your shoulders. Again, notice your shoulders away from your ears and your elbows into your sides. Press the elbows in towards your rib cage. And on an inhale, we'll come up for Cobra. So we're coming up a little bit higher. Only come as high as is comfortable. Exhale down. Inhale up, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Stack your forearms and rest your forehead on the mat, on your forearms. Spread your feet wide, sending your toes to the left leg, pointing towards the left corner of the mat, the right leg, the right toes pointing to the right corner of the mat for crocodile. A calming, relaxing, tension-releasing pose. So let's do some inhalations and exhalations here, and just notice how your belly presses into the mat on the inhale and softens on the exhale.
Just notice that for a few rounds. You're also bringing strength to your diaphragm in this pose. Just release on each exhale. Release any tension you might be feeling. As you're ready, you can make your way up to table. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to come into down dog here. So curl your toes under. Send your hips up towards the sky. Come onto your toes. You can walk your dog by bending your knees, alternating. And as you're ready, settle back towards your heels, towards the back of the mat with your thighs and calves. Press into the back of all 10 knuckles. You can claw with your hands if that helps your wrists feel less tension. And just rest here in down dog. Allow your breath to continue to flow. Consciously pressing the backs of your legs towards the back of your mat. And then come up onto your toes and float forward for plank. You can be on your knees for half plank if you'd like. And then press back into down dog. And when we come forward this next time, we'll come to up dog. So we're going to come to the tops of our feet. So we'll have to turn our feet over so we're on the tops of our feet. And our knees and legs are straight and they're off the mat for up dog. So we come forward into plank, turn our feet over, and then press into the mat. Allow the belly to move towards the earth. And then curl the toes under and come back up to down dog. And then bring your knees to the mat. And we'll keep our knees together this time. We'll sit back on our heels, bring our hands down beside our hips, turn the palms so they're facing up, and then rest the forehead down on the mat for child. Allow the shoulders to roll forward. Again, feeling the breath here. You can feel the belly press into the thighs as you inhale and soften on the exhale. Very comforting and calming. And as you're ready, you can come back up to table. And we're going to come into some low lunges here. So we'll send our left foot so that our left foot is between our hands as we walk our knee back. So you can tent your fingers and stay here, or you can bring your hands up to Anjali Mudra. So your palms in front of your heart, pressing the thumbs into the center of your breastbone. And then if you'd like, you can take a twist here. So we'll take the right elbow and bring it to the outside of the left knee and twist left. And then return to center.
bring your hands down to the mat. And we'll send the left leg out long. And we're going to come to a side plank here. So you can either stay on the knees. I'll show you two different ways. So if you're on your knees, you'll pivot that left foot off the mat, bring the left hand to the center of the mat, and send the right leg out long. Extend the right fingertips up towards the sky. So you can be on the knees. If you'd like to do side plank so that the legs are straight, you'll bring the left hand to the center of them. Actually, we'll come into plank first, full plank, and then we'll roll onto the sides of our feet and send our right arm up towards the sky for full plank. Keep breathing. And then return the hand back to the mat and come down to your knees. To take it to the other side, just do the same thing that you did. So if you're doing half plank, you'll pivot the right foot off the mat. I'm going to be facing away from you. You'll take your right hand to the center of the mat, send the left leg out long, and bring the left hand up towards the sky, fingertips up towards the sky for half plank. And if you want to do full plank, come into, or full side plank, come into plank, and then roll to the sides of your feet as you bring your left hand up towards the sky. Just building up a little strength here. And then bring the hand down, come down to your knees, and we'll bring the big toes together and sit back on our heels for extended child's, forehead to the mat. And while you're in extended child's, if you'd like, you can walk your hands over towards the right and get a little stretch in the left side body. Take a breath or two. And then bring your hands back to center and then over towards the left and get a stretch on the right side. And then we'll return back to table and we'll curl our toes under and come into down dog. Sure, go up. And just rest in down dog. And if this isn't comfortable, you can remain in child's. And then return to table and come back to your back. Lay back on your mat. And if you'd like, you can bring your knees in towards your chest and send the soles of your feet up towards the sky for waterfall. Notice how your breath is flowing. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat, and then extend your legs out long so that you come into Shavasana. So the feet are wide on the mat, toes are pointing to the edges of the mat, arms are away from the body with your palms facing up. And just take the biggest breath you've taken of the day. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Nice long exhale, and settle your body comfortably on your mat, releasing any leftover tension. And just continue to follow your breath all the way in and all the way out. On each exhalation, sink just a little bit deeper. Pull your shoulders down and away from your ears. And we have a couple of more minutes here. So I'm just going to lead you through a guided relaxation for the next 3 or 4 minutes. So bring your attention to the space between your eyes. Inhale and exhale to release. Bring your attention to the bridge of your nose. Inhale, and as you exhale, release and relax. Notice the cheeks and the cheekbones. Inhale and exhale to relax and release. Allow the tongue to rest heavy in the mouth. Bring your attention to the throat center. Inhale, exhale, releasing and relaxing. Bring your attention to your shoulders, your shoulder joints. Inhale, and on the exhale, release and allow the shoulders to be heavy and relaxed, noticing where they meet the mat. Bring your attention to your upper arms and your elbows. Inhaling and then exhaling to release. Softening the arms. Bringing your attention to the forearms and the wrist joints. Inhaling and exhaling to release. Allowing the arms to be heavy. Bringing your attention to the palms of your hands and the tops of your hands. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow the hands to be relaxed and free of tension. Bring your attention to the tips of your thumbs. Soften, relax. Bring your attention to the tips of your index fingers. Soften and relax. Bring your attention to the middle fingers, the tips of the middle fingers. Soften, release, relax. Bring your attention to your ring fingers, the tips of your ring fingers. Soften, release. Bring your attention to the tips of your pinky fingers. Soften, relax, release. Allow the entire arms from fingertips all the way up to shoulders to be heavy and relaxed, fully supported by the mat. Bring your attention to your heart center. Soften, release, relax. Bring your attention to your rib cage and your hip points. Soften, sink, relax. Bring your attention to your thighs and your kneecaps. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow the muscles to be heavy, resting completely on your mat. Bring your attention to your calves, your ankle joints, the tops of your feet and the soles of your feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, release all tension, allowing the foot, the calf, the knee, the leg, the hip of each leg to be heavy and relaxed. Relax each and every toe, starting at the big toe, moving to the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, sink a little deeper into your mat, releasing every bit of tension. And just allow yourself to let the body breathe on its own. No need to change it. I'm going to gently ring my bowl. I invite you to come back to the room by deepening your breath, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, and as you're ready, rolling over to your right side and pausing there for a moment. As you're ready, pushing yourself to a comfortable seat with your eyes closed. And once you're seated, begin to rub your palms together to create some warmth. And then gently cup your hands over your eyes, opening your eyes to the darkness, and then spreading your fingers to allow some light to enter. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra with your thumbs pressing into the center, your heart center. And may you feel calm and relaxed as you move through the rest of your day. Namaste.